What's up, guys? This is VisitJoan, and welcome to another episode of Robinson Reno. And if you don't know what the heck that is, well, I don't blame you, because the last one I did was for the 20th anniversary celebration, and that was like 2-3 months ago, so it's been a little while. But anyway, this is the series where I redo the houses for the members of the Robinson family, because the last time, or the original houses I built, were absolute garbage because I didn't know really how to build all that well then, and because the computer I was doing them on was also garbage. Long story. But anyway, we are back today, and today we are doing the house of Tre Robinson. Now, Tre lives here with his wife Daphne and their 5 children. As Destiny puts it, you know, Mom, you don't need me to give you more grandchildren. Tre won't stop having kids, and who knows if, 5 is the number they'll end up with, or if they'll add a 6th, or who knows. But anyway, you guys, so this was a pretty daunting task that was ahead of me. And I kind of complimented maybe a little bit of doing kind of like a build, the shell of the build, and then doing a tour. I really don't know what would have been longer, but this is a pretty long one. So most of us are stuck at home, so sit back, relax, grab some popcorn or whatever, and I'm going to try to keep you entertained because, well, that's apparently what I do. But anyway, you guys, this house went through quite a few iterations before I finally got to the final product because, well, I had a house saved on Pinterest for this family. It was like perfect. There was like, the perfect number of bedrooms because a house for a large family is just really hard to find a good one that I like the layout of and everything like that. So yeah, like I said, I had one on Pinterest that was perfect for it, and I started building it, and it just looked off, and I wasn't feeling it, so I just scrapped the whole thing and started from scratch. So yes, I did build this house completely from scratch. It has, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedrooms, and 3 bathrooms. I think that's the correct number. I am not sure. But this house, the way it is furnished, will sleep 7 Sims and a pet, because pets don't really need, pet beds. If you want a pet, you can add one. They already have a little small pet rat, because I've never actually given my Sims a pet rat, and I realized that, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to give them pet rat. But anyway, enough about that. The thing with this is that I am kind of in the middle of a building slump right now. I just kind of maybe builder's block, I don't know. I did a ton of builds in like the second half of February, and I just haven't really wanted to build since, but I wanted there to be a decent amount of space between the last episode and then this one, so I figured I'd better get off my butt and build. And that because, when I watch other people speed builds while I am building, because I don't really have the patience to sit there for like a 20-minute video. I am there for like 5 minutes, and then I start thinking about something else. But I do like having background noise while I'm working on these builds, because they can get just sometimes frustrating at times, and it just makes it easier. It makes it, just an easier work environment for me. So I hadn't been building, so I hadn't been watching those videos. So my watch later playlist had been like growing until it was like at 30 at the biggest, and I'm just finally like, I gotta build something because I gotta catch up on all these videos, because, I'm not gonna expect people to watch my stuff if I don't watch theirs. That's kind of like, I don't know, that's how you keep growing, and my growth rate is absolutely glacial. I just hit 200 subscribers, thank you very much, and I don't know if I'll do anything big for that. I don't think I will. I was gonna do something big for 100, but then the whole Discover University thing, which we don't need to talk about, but yeah, that happened, and it was just like not in the mood. But anyway, I don't know, I might do something when I hit like 500. I don't know, I just don't feel like doing anything for 200 right now. But anyway, you guys, about Tre, because that's pretty much why you're all here. Well, actually, you're probably here for the build, but anyway, about Tre Robinson is, Tre is the second oldest child in the family. He is, whatchamacallit, he's the oldest boy, and he's kind of, maybe a little bit protective of his sisters, the whole, idea of that being the older brother and stuff like that, and, things that are going on. And I obviously have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, so I'm going to save this, I don't know, save this part of the voiceover for a later time maybe and just tell you, oh my goodness, can we talk about roofing in this game? I mean, I know some people like the Sim stream really love playing around with the roof tools. I can't stand it. Because, oh my goodness, I could just screw around with a roof for like half an hour and it never looks good. Like, oh my goodness, and I'm about ready to just basically... I think there was one session of this where I pretty much did roofing the entire time, or like a good 80% of the time, and after that I threw my hands up in the air and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done for today. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what happened, but I finally figured out how to get a decent roof. And, oh boy, I'm losing my train of thought here. Yeah, that happens a lot. Like, there are a lot of people who say they can, like, do voiceovers all in one take. I am not one of those people because I just, trip over my words all the time, and I've gotten better at it, as you can see. I mean, a week ago or so, I did do a whole voiceover in one take, so I'm patting myself on the back for that. However, that was a tour video and not one of these speed builds. So, in building this, I did kind of struggle a little bit with the floor plan because when I was building the first house I was struggling with it too because I just couldn't get enough room and stuff like that, and it just didn't look good, and I don't know what the heck went wrong. But with this house, since I was doing it from scratch, I had to floor plan it on my own, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I knew I wanted the big entrance with the, and I knew I wanted at least 4 bedrooms because, I'm not going to make the teenager share a bedroom with a toddler. That's not going to happen. But, anyway, so I was trying to figure out how to accommodate all of that, and I know there was this one like little bump out I had on the bottom floor. You're looking at it right now, but I had that there, and I figured, okay, that could be somebody's room. So I gave the middle girl her own room on the first floor. I don't know how that turns out, but I also kind of was trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to put in these rooms? Because I didn't want to put a bunch of kids stuff in the rooms because there were a lot of kids. And so I wanted it to be all in one central area so that, I could probably like lock the doors to each of the kids' rooms so that you don't have kids going in other kids' rooms. That's just like weird. But I wanted to do that. But then if I had certain stuff in certain rooms, that would be able to access it to everybody. So, the top of the loft entrance is kind of like the kids' area. That's where all their stuff is, and all the, group activities are, like the dollhouse and everything else. And so I kind of put, some other like little like neat little seating areas and stuff in their rooms themselves. So that kind of solved that problem. But I was trying to figure out the floor plan, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what the heck I want to do. But I did eventually figure it out. I don't remember exactly how that happened because, well, honestly, I don't know. But about the family, okay, so we have Tre. He is, he's kind of athletic. He's like, the, whatchamacallit, kind of the sports guy of the family, and he does work in the athletic career, and I don't know exactly what, maybe he's like, not a coach maybe, but maybe just like, maybe promoting the thing. I don't know. I don't think it's completely, just physically like sports and stuff like that, but maybe more of like advertising the team or whatever it is he works on. So yeah, that's one thing. And then we have his wife Daphne, who doesn't actually have a job. She pretty much stays at home. She's a stay-at-home mom, and she probably does something else to make money or something like that. I don't really know. I haven't really thought about it. I made this family so long ago now that I have absolutely no idea. But anyway, so their oldest child is Emily. She's 14, and then there are 3 children. There's one named Ezra, and no, I'm going to put this out there right now. I did not name him after Ezra Bridger. That's not how I name Sims. Okay, guys, like, seriously. No, I actually usually just hit the randomize button until it comes up with something I like. So, yeah, I came up with Ezra. I'm like, okay, fine, that's a name. There, just leave it. But anyway, there's him, there's Jax, and then Marisol. And I have no idea what the order is there. I mean, the game claims that Marisol is the oldest, and I have absolutely no idea, but I kind of want to feel like Ezra is, maybe. I don't remember. And then there's Lacey, who is 2. So they have 5 kids aged 14 to 2. So it's a pretty full house, as you can imagine, but there's lots of love, and as you would, think about it, Sheila Robinson, which is Tre's mother, basically is thrilled with that because her, she is not going to be happy until every one of her 5 children, I've said this before, but she's not going to be happy until all of them are married and have children of their own. And so that one of them has 5 children, she's just thrilled with that. And, that's why she kind of just puts the pressure on Destiny a little bit, like, hey, Destiny, when are you going to get married? But, yeah, that's, poor Destiny has to deal with that, So, as you probably are already well aware, a lot has changed since I did the last episode. And not that things haven't changed that much for me personally in terms of my own life and how I live my life, but current world events have changed a lot. And I am kind of beginning to feel it a little bit, even though it hasn't really affected me that much. But, I'm not going to go into, the politics of it, because as Professor Oak likes to tell us through telepathy, but my YouTube channel is not it. But basically, what I wanted to point out is that, it's okay not to be okay right now. It's a hard time for all of us. We're all at the end of our rope. We're all kind of on the verge of losing it. It's uncertainty that's the big thing here. And so I kind of just want to say that there's no right way to feel right now. And I would know, because trust me, I've had, feelings about a couple things that if I told people, they would be looking at me like, what the heck is wrong with me? And I'm not going to get into that right now because, there's enough drama in the community. Which, speaking of drama, can we please just stop? We're supposed to be supporting each other and building each other up, not tearing each other down, going after each other, and lying about each other. Okay, well, I understand if you're trying to expose somebody who's done something horrible, that's acceptable. But come on, guys. Other than that, it's just, I see a lot of circumstances where this has happened to people, myself included, where it's just one innocent little thing and somebody took it way out of control. It's can't we just use our words? Is that way too much to ask? If somebody is bothering you, tell them. If somebody is being mean and, just say something to them before you just go and hit the block button, because I've been personally hurt by that. And, okay, yeah, there are examples where it's completely acceptable to do that, but, if you have a problem with me, I would just really appreciate it if you came to me straight and just straight out told me instead of playing these stupid little games. Just tell me and I'll leave you alone. It's not that hard. And then there's the people that are just saying mean and hateful things that, are harmful to other people. And it's just okay, first of all, if they do that, then you can completely block them if they're saying bigoted stuff. But yeah, it's just come on, can't we just leave other people alone? It's just, I've been in the Sims community since 2004, 2005. And it's done wonders for me. And if it hadn't been for that, I probably would have left a long time ago. And it's kind of demoralizing because it's just a community that I know is great. I know that I can, this community can make my life better, what I want it to be. But, ever since I tried that and I failed, and ever since, that whole thing just went on, it's just kind of been every day that goes by where I don't, come across that opportunity. It's a little bit demoralizing. And it's not the only demoralizing thing that's going on right now, but, I don't know. It's just, you know what? Look at the bright side. I'm here and I'm not in the hospital. So yeah, that's a good thing. Anyway, back to this kitchen. I did want to do whatchamacallit, kind of a booth and a table in the kitchen. I thought that would be really cool to do, but I tried it and there wasn't enough room and I didn't want to move out the house because then I would have to change a whole bunch of stuff and that would be kind of a pain in the butt. So I kind of decided, okay, I'll have the little kitchen corner be, a little, round table and then have a big island in the middle and stuff like that. And yeah, I also had a really kind of hard time picking out the curtains for that part of the kitchen because, I saw the ones that I eventually used and I went, no, that's kind of like too country-ish. And I tried, picking out another various different kinds of things. But eventually those went out because I couldn't find anything I really liked better or that looked as good and everything. So yeah, I eventually went with those. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not like a curtain person. Like I remember looking at like the EA pre-made houses and thinking that they were like way more detailed than I could ever do. And this was obviously before I learned to build. But one of the reasons why is one of the details I noticed in their houses was just like curtains. Curtains are just something I usually it's just like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like it's something that just kind of like just passes by and I don't usually think about curtains. Probably because I don't have curtains in my own house. I just have blinds, but that's under the curtains filter. So yeah, I usually just don't think about curtains. But, when I was looking at the, pre-made houses, and I was thinking, wow, I wish I could build like that. I kind of took note of everything. Of course, now I look at them and they seem like really sparse. But then again, I learned how to build. So I don't know, is anybody else like that? I mean, when everybody complains about the houses, I mean, yeah, it's kind of annoying, but I mean, especially because, there was not a time that long ago, like 2 years ago, where I was like, I wish I could build as good as them. But anyway, yeah, I just remember some of the comments of those. But anyway, that's besides the point. This is the front entry room, and wow, that's a great edit. I was kind of editing this really fast because I kind of want to get it done. You know what I mean? Because I did schedule this before I started working on it, and I probably shouldn't do that anymore because being on a timeline just really, I do not do well with that. Like one of the things I hate the most in a game is when they put you on a time limit. I absolutely positively hate that, and it just really annoys me. And then of course I put myself on this, like in these builds and stuff. Like, no, why do I have to be on a time limit, But I don't know, it's like a self-imposed deadline, which is really just kind of stupid because this is my channel. I can do what I want. And okay, here's the part where I was beginning to struggle a little bit because, well, I couldn't exactly figure out what I wanted to do here. And I know I wanted the fancy double, coffee table thing. I saw that in somebody else's build. I do not remember who it was. I'm sorry. If you happen to be watching this and or something like that, just tell me, leave it in the comments, whatever. I'll pin it so that people will see, but I don't even remember who it was. It was like so long ago. I was just, because I was doing, the tiny living houses back in February, furnishing them, and I'm like, I really want to do that, but nope, I'm going to save that for Tre's house. So yeah, this room was, well, not this room, but the living room was kind of a little bit of a struggle because honestly, everything in the game at this point is kind of getting stale. The last new pack we got was in January, and this right here was something I did in the original house. I put the Lindsay on top of that little corner thingamajigger. I don't know what that's called, but yeah. And I was just learning how to use the 9 and 0 keys and stuff like that back then. Again, this is like March 2019, so it was a year ago. So, wow, I learned a lot in the last year. But anyway, what was I saying again? See, I completely and totally forgot what I was trying to say. Oh, my goodness. I was saying that this was a struggle because I couldn't, yeah. Okay, so the last pack was Tiny Living. That came out at the end of, in late January. Not at the end, but in late January. And it's been a while since there's been a pack, and there's usually kind of like a pack lull this time of year, and especially considering that everything that's going on right now, and the fact that we're trying to flatten a curve, and everybody working at home. I didn't think, I'm not exactly sure how that works. I'm pretty sure that there's kind of like a remote server like I had in college, but yeah, I mean, there's probably a way, but I didn't know exactly what was going on, and then they just came out and said, oh yeah, there's going to be 3 packs, an expansion pack, a game pack, and a stuff pack in the next 6 months, just like they did last year. And I'm like, well, here's the good news. Something's going to happen before I'm 30. And that's a whole another thing that I'll get into in a minute. But like I was saying, everything is just getting stale. I'm like one of those people that just needs new objects in my game just to, enjoy building, because after I have the same old objects for a while, it's just like, what do I use? Because I see, oh, I want to use this, and I'm thinking, no, you know what? I've already used this several times, and it's just like, I can't figure out how to clutter these shelves. And it's just like, really kind of annoying after a while, if you know what I mean. But, everybody's like taking their guesses as to what the game pack and what all these packs are going to be. So, like, for the expansion pack, I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see something like The Sims 3 Generations, because they've already done something like The Sims 3 Island Paradise. I would love to see something like The Sims 2 Free Time, but I honestly don't think that's going to happen. I think, because I know one of the Sim Gurus said that they would rather do these things, like with pack by pack instead of like one big pack. So that's what I would love to see, but in a perfect world, that's what it would be, but I honestly don't think, based on that's what it's going to be. But if I had what I wanted, that's what it would be. But I don't really want a farming pack, because I'm going to be honest here. Farming to me is like, why would you want to do that? I mean, okay, if you would love the idea of farming, that's great, but we already have gardening, which is kind of similar. It's not the same, I will admit that, but it's just like, I don't know, it just, and then you got like, the cats and dogs furniture was bad enough, but, okay, some of it was bad, some of it was just horrendous, and some of it was pretty, there were a couple things that were pretty good, but I just don't want more of that, like, country style in there, like, oh my goodness, no, I don't, oh my goodness, so, yeah, I'm not really looking, I don't really want a farming pack. I mean, I probably will get it if there is one, just because I want new stuff in the game. The game pack, I have absolutely no idea what that would be, and everyone's talking about the stuff pack as being the knitting pack, which, oh boy, I don't think I ever talked about that, but that pack is literally stressing me out, because I have some, yeah, I would like to get it, but I have some OCD problems with it, so I have to wait probably until, like, the Game Changers get their hands on it, and go from there, because, you know what, I'm not really huge on knitting, but I kind of like the clothing and some of the objects, and, I don't know, but if I do get it, I will have to have certain restrictions, like, either I really like the octopus and the penguin. I really want those, but it's just so frustrating, because I already have to take step after step in this game to ensure that I don't accidentally ruin my day, and it's OCD problems. And, it's just, I probably won't be able to have my Sims knit. I don't even know. So I'm just going to have to wait and see, but it's really just, like, stressing me out a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But, okay, right there, what you see there is, that is, I realize, okay, we are 20 minutes into this video, well, 22 actually, and I'm realizing, oh, shoot, I have the whole entire upstairs to do. So I decided I was just going to basically kind of, like, cut out a lot of the repetitive, like, little junk that I'm adding here and only focus on the big things. So that way I can have a decent sized video. And don't worry, you will be seeing screenshots at the very end, so you won't really miss anything. However, I just needed this video to be done, and I didn't want to edit it for that long, and I don't think you guys want to sit here and watch it for that long, even if we all are, staying at home. So, I hope you don't mind about that, but back to what I was talking about, knitting pack. Everybody was just, like, losing it over the addition of rocking chairs, and I honestly, apparently they were in The Sims 3, but I didn't get that pack. I do not have The Sims 3 Supernatural. I never play with it, because I'm not an occult person, but you know what? Apparently you could take your baby, you could sit them in a rocking chair. I'm like, okay, I would love to see the little toddlers in the rocking chair. But apparently they said that, you could have your older Sims reminisce in these rocking chairs. And it kind of makes me want to believe that maybe they're updating the memory system. Which, okay, the memory system that we currently have is trash. And I've spoke about this in another video. It was a decent one at first, and then they changed it in an update. And it totally, it kind of defeated the whole purpose of the memory system. It was just really stupid what they did. I don't know why. Sorry, Sim Gurus, if you're watching this. But, yeah, it really was terrible. But I think maybe they might have realized that now. And I really don't know. But if I do, I hope that if it does happen, it comes in a free blah! Oh my goodness, my words. I am losing it. Oh my goodness. Okay, Joan, like 5 more minutes to go. But, I hope it comes in, like, a free update, because I don't know if I can get this pack. But I don't really know what the heck the game pack is going to be. I mean, there have been talk about winter sports, which I'm not really thrilled about because that's like in the category of what am I going to do video-wise for that? I mean, like really, but I don't know, maybe a music video? I've been kind of like interested in doing those lately. I mean, I only really wanted to do one, and then I wanted to do another one, and I don't want it to basically like take over everything, but I really enjoy doing them. So yeah, I really don't know. It's a whole bunch of other stuff that's going on, but back to what I said earlier. At least something good is going to happen before I'm 30, because okay, you know, I kind of wanted one last good year of my 20s, and the last 6 months have been anything but. And you know, I'm just realizing right now that it's not going to happen. I wanted to have everything, my life together by the time I was 30. That's not going to happen now. And it's really just kind of demoralizing because if we have to socially distance for what the experts are saying, and that being another 2 years, oh dear, there goes any hope I have at improving my life. It's just gone. That kind of stinks, you guys. And now we're coming up on the screenshots, so I am going to leave it off here. If you enjoyed this video, which I seriously hope you did, I would really appreciate it if you left a like, and don't forget to subscribe. As always, you can follow me on social media. You can follow me on Instagram at VisitJoan, and you can follow me on Twitter at VisitJoan Videos if that's your thing. You want to connect with me, I promise I don't bite, and I definitely will use my words before I hit the block button. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to get up out of here. Bye, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.